Hello there, this is Miss Tarot here with your pop-in collective message. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a collective reading. So this reading may or may not resonate with you. It is not time specific or sign specific. So please take the messages that apply and simply leave the rest. I heard there's so much more to look forward to. So I'm ready for that one. Let's see what the cards have to say. I don't have any specific dream downloads today. I do not. I mean, I have dreams. I always dream, but I don't really remember it. I do remember getting the energy of the Ace of Swords, which is clarity and truth, a revelation perhaps. So we'll see what wants to come through. It's so funny that I said there's so much more to look forward to. We have card number 16, a moment's regret. Nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. Someone is sitting smack dab center of absolute chaos. And I feel like there's someone here who wants to get out, move forward, take off, but I feel like it's become so real. Like the way this girl is sat and everything around her just looks chaotic, dark, weird. And there's this little boat there that I feel is waiting on her. And I just get this vibe of like someone here sat in regret, maybe realizing all that they've maybe given their time and energy to. It's kind of giving like, is this life? Like that's what this feels like. Is this really my life? I'm also getting somebody who works in an environment where there might be a lot of chaos around, or like they're constantly plugging holes, putting out fires. That's what this feels like. So this could be like, when I think about it like that, it feels like a nurse, for example, or a helper, or someone who's always helping chaos. It's like whenever there's something crazy going on, this person's at the scene, but they regret something. They feel like they've made a mistake in a choice, or the season of a certain chapter in their life has come to a completion, which is why they've either outgrown it or they're seeing it from a different perspective now. With It's Always Tea Time at the bottom of the deck, it says eternity, endless moments, and repetition. So someone here looks bored. They're over it. It's just like someone is just over it. Maybe the people they spent time with. You see how this guy, the Mad Hatter, has like these glasses on, but she's seeing things differently. Okay, whatever is in these cups as well, it's glowing blue. So it's reminded me of that song. This is, I don't know, a story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night and everything he sees is just blue, like him, inside and outside. Blew his house with a blue little window and a blue car wreck. And everything he sees is blue. I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da. It just feels like everything is the same. Someone here is just incredibly over it. Like I just feel someone here is over it. They're over it. There are not many like you. You are rare and free. Yeah, somebody here feels different from the people they surround themselves with. Whoever this is, I feel like they're kind of tired of whatever these people are on, whatever these people are about. They're over it. They're bored. They're discontent. It's very Four of Cups like. This could be a man or a woman, but I feel like this person is kind of over the lifestyle they lead. Okay. The people as well. Let me get this deck first. Like there's got to be more out there. Yeah. This person might live in like a small town, or they come from a small town, or they are around a community they see all the time. Like, I just feel like someone here needs a vacation, or they just need to get away for a little bit. Energy alignment. Names. It's almost like if this person could swap identities with someone for just a day, they would. That's what it feels like. They're likely shifting. Their energy is shifting. They're vibrating out of this. This person might get confirmation in different ways that they are changing. Hence, the environment will likely shift with them. Sever. This person wants to sever ties. I feel like they feel called to sever ties with the past. I saw this series on Netflix. I think it has 1 season. It's called Keep Breathing. And this woman, she made a decision not to board. Well, I feel like a flight got canceled, but she insisted to get to her final destination. And she spontaneously went on a small plane with these 2 men that she met at the airport, and they were very weird. One claims he worked for National Geographic and that he's an animal photographer, but he's not. I think they were transporting drugs or an ish ton of money on that little plane, but it ended up in a plane crash, and they dove headfirst into a lake, and she was pregnant. But the pilot did not survive. The false photographer for National Geographic also died shortly after, and she was the only survivor. And while it was a really cool series, it was incredibly frustrating because 10% of the scenes were her trying to survive the wilderness, and the other 90% of the scenes was her facing her past, facing her relationship with her parents. She had abandonment issues. She never let anyone close to her to be loved properly because of the ill, non-existent relationship with her mother, her father being controlling in ways, but he was always there. And she had to face all her demons of the past. And she had a near-death experience because, I mean, she broke her foot along the way. She fell into a ditch. She made it out of a cave. Like, it was like a survivor-like series. It was quite inspiring because she never gave up. She was very stubborn and she never gave up. She was also pregnant. Okay, and she had all kinds of opportunities to unalive herself, but she didn't give up. Okay, it was very miserable, obviously. And she ended up flowing down a river, down a stream, when she found it, and it brought her to a couple of people who ended up saving her life. But throughout everything, like, I feel towards the end, as she was flowing down that river, she was obviously very weak. And there was a moment where, like, her past was purged. She dealt with the ghosts from her past throughout all of her hallucinations. And I get that energy, like, towards the end, she just kind of went, and they revived her by giving her CPR. But when she, like, came back, I feel she severed all of those things that held her back or had her tied to the past that didn't serve her. Because there was a guy that was willing to love her regardless, but she kept pushing him away. So all the things that made her push away somebody that genuinely loved her were dealt with in the woods as she was contemplating about everything. Like, when you don't have television, you don't have anything other than yourself. That woman was reflecting a lot on life and the baby to come, because she was pregnant. She was probably like a month or 2 pregnant. Yeah, sever. This is someone who is severing ties with the past. It's like if this person, as I said, could change names or lead a different life, he or she would. For some of you, this person had money ties with coins here. Maybe they had financial ties with the past, or there is a need for more finances to do this. With apron and service, it's funny how I mentioned a nurse, okay? So whatever they do, I feel like they've been of service to a lot of people, but they weren't of service to themselves, okay? So they lost sight of being of service to themselves. In the series, she was a lawyer. She was very successful in her career, but that's because her career was that one thing she clung on to avoid receiving love. I remember this one scene where this guy that she ended up having a fling with, he woke up and he was trying to make her breakfast, and she was like, I need to go to work, I need to go to work. He's like, I'm aware, but I want to make you breakfast. She's like, you don't have to do all this, you don't have to stick around, why are you here? And he was like, well, I love you. And it made her go back in time when her parents or her mom told her that she loved her, but her mom ended up walking out on her. So it's like, she immediately told her to, like, you know what, I don't need to leave, you get out. Like, she pushed him away for no good reason, other than the fact that she was afraid to be loved. So I don't know if that makes any sense here with somebody. She had a protective shell or a protective mechanism by pushing people away. Profound lessons at hand. Completion of a cycle is near. So someone here could be learning something about themselves, because I feel like that was what she was going through. She was learning a lot about herself. Trinity, mind, body, and soul. You are in the zone. Express your true, authentic self. So for some reason, maybe this person was living a life that maybe suited others. Clinging in the reverse, okay? Letting go. No longer clinging to the past. It's funny I mentioned the woods. This is ivy, okay? It's easier to hold on. Maybe someone is afraid of letting go of the past. But I see in doing that, they're more authentic with themselves. So I see somebody severing ties. For some of you, somebody here is severing financial ties. Maybe there is a codependent attachment to certain finances or certain people, whether they need them or those people need this person. I feel like whatever this is, it's going to redirect them to their north node, their destined path. Because I'm looking at this compass, and it was so funny because she also was trying to find true north, right? And something about her saying the sun goes up on east or sets in the west or something like that. Like, she had to use her basic skills. I mean, this woman was a lawyer. She had no sense of real survival skills other than what she could do, make do with what was around, which was like, what, one granola bar and a few trinkets, maybe some pills. She had to try to figure out how to boil herself water. It was very interesting. But yeah, this could be a survivor of something, because I mean, there's a lot of chaos in this card. This person wants a different life. They're regretting a choice they made a long time ago, I'm hearing. All right, let's get to the bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands. Look at those woods, guys. This is so interesting. Seven of Wands. She got lost in these woods. She sure did. She was going round and round in circles. But the Seven of Wands to me is somebody who doesn't give up without a fight. She was very determined. It was almost like there was a point in time where I mentioned that there was a moment where she could have unalived herself. There were a bottle of pills there. And the ghost of her past, one of them was her mother. And her mother was like, oh, you know, you could take those and then come to me, blah, blah, blah. And the mom was saying to her, like, oh, you always try to go the long route when the answer is right in front of you. It was a very strange hallucination. But she argued with her mother. That wasn't really there. But she argued with her mother, and she was like, yeah, is that what you did when you got lost? Did you just give up? She was like, I'm not like you, you know, I don't give up. And she's a mom to be. So she was like, I'm not going to do this to myself. Like, screw you. And she didn't do it. She threw the pills away, and she kept fighting. All right. And she survived. But in that moment, there was a temptation to like make all the pain go away, make all the suffering go away. I mean, this woman was obviously completely dehydrated, low on everything. And she had just fell in the ditch, okay? And she could have given up on herself at that moment. She could have easily done that, but she didn't. Seven of Wands. This is that thing to look forward to. The Seven of Wands is standing up for oneself. It's being defensive at times, but it's also not giving up without a fight. With the Three of Wands, that's the expectation of something. That's a ship coming in. I feel like this is someone who is going to write a new chapter in their life. Worth celebrating with the Three of Cups. But we'll see. The Chariot. Keep moving forward, I'm hearing. The Chariot is the epitome of forward movement in the major arcana. It is get in, loser, we're leaving. We're going somewhere. So someone here, I mean, I said that because that's from a scene of, what is it? Not Freaky Friday. Mean Girls. Regina George is like, get in, loser, we're going shopping. So someone here, I feel like they're getting an opportunity to get out. Tell me how, I don't know, but I feel like this Chariot is waiting on this person. Like, are you done here? The same way I said this boat back there is waiting on this person. This person has an opportunity to sever ties completely with the past. And they are encouraged to go. The Chariot, forward movement. Wow, the Fool, I can't make it up. This is a new chapter. This is a new beginning. The Fool is number 0. 0. Packing lightly and leaving. Okay, can't make it up. So as a survivor, right, going through what she went through, facing her past in different hallucinations, as she gets saved, right, she's gonna enjoy everything so much differently because she was deprived from all of it. It's like that first drink of real fresh water will be very different. As she bites into a piece of cake, it'll be amazing. As she watches television or entertains herself with the things that she never had access to, it'll be amazing. It's like a rebirth, right? And she did technically die for probably a few seconds before they gave her CPR. So this is like someone who, maybe in not such a dramatic way, survived something, and it was an opportunity to sever ties with the past properly, I'm hearing. Wow. The Fool. We have Aries energy and Cancerian energy here. Ooh, what is that? Queen of Swords. Don't tell me. Five of Cups. This could be her that I'm speaking of, but this is another one that severs ties. This could be a man as well, but I'm getting the energy of a Queen of Swords. Which is so funny that I mentioned she's a lawyer, because the Queen of Swords is a very educated, wise person, very intelligent, head over heart, makes logical decisions. But this is the person severing ties with the past, okay? Yes. With the Five of Cups, it could be very emotionally difficult. But that's also the energy of being in regret, being upset, being emotionally disappointed, maybe being lost in a maze here. It's funny that I mentioned hallucinations, but this is someone who's like, every time they go back in time or they remember something, it's not a positive experience when it comes to the past. This says a moment's regret. This is the regret, and this is the person severing ties. This person is like a boss in their own way. I feel like they try to make sense of a lot of things. This person could be very well educated or studied for whatever it is that they do. Right, but I get a vibe of this person not being happy. This is a very cold person. Like, I just generally feel this is someone who, they need a break, okay? This is them. You see how she's holding that blade like a badass? Interesting. Three of Swords. Wow. This is someone who's upset because they've probably been betrayed. The Three of Swords is betrayal at times. It is heartbreaking. It is, but in this image, it's someone stabbing another person in the back. So someone here could be incredibly disappointed by something a person in their community could have done. For some of you, this person was cheated on. When I see the Three of Cups, Three of Swords, there could have been a third party, and this is the third three that I'm seeing. 333. This is someone who could have been heartbroken, okay? They could have been done dirty. I don't care if this is a man or a woman, but this is someone who the opportunity to sever ties with the past is here because they're in ways dealing with their heartache in a logical way, which is very important because sometimes people can get so engulfed in their emotions, they don't see the forest for the trees. But this is someone who, in the emotional pain, is recognizing that they need to sever the ties. They've been betrayed. Queen of Wands with the Hermit. Something shocking could have happened. There could be another female involved or multiple females. This is another queen. But I'm seeing something shocking happening. Maybe there's someone who's shocked that a person would do this. Maybe someone is shocked that somebody here would be so cutting in their words. Maybe someone here is shocked that they would take this action. Because someone here could be walking away, emotionally detaching. But there's like a shock here that I'm feeling from someone else. They're shocked at what someone is saying as well. Somebody here could be watching this person speak on something and they're just like, what? Tell me more about this Queen of Wands. Ten of Wands, burdens. Page of Coins, starting over. Maybe a message. This is someone packing lightly as well. Three of Coins, building together, wanting to plant new seeds for the future. And the Knight of Wands is the motivation to do it. Strength. Something requires courage here. I feel like the pressure has been building for this person to do something brave and impulsive. And whatever these seeds are that they're taking, this person could be taking the lessons. This person could be taking some money to move forward and plant new seeds somewhere else. Because the Ten of Wands is, it's giving red hot. It's giving a boiling point. 10 Wands is burdens. But this person's shooting out. Like, that's what I'm saying. This is someone who's very driven, regardless of their circumstances. This is someone who is combining logic with the drive. This person likely wants to heal the past. I have the Star, wish. I'm hearing replenishing. Four of Swords, healing, putting something to bed for good. The Ace of Wands, which is that passion and that drive stemming from someone who refuses to quit on themselves. Justice. And I'm getting quite a few chills here, okay? This is someone who refuses to give up on themselves. That's all I can say. Ace of Wands. Very, very passionate. They're defending themselves in some way. And I feel this combination almost looks like a vacation, like a snooze. Maybe somebody here is going to a retreat of a sorts. But there'll be this person's justice with a Tower. This could come in as a shock to other people. If this person's moving forward to calmer waters. Six of Swords. The Tower to justice. This person's bringing home justice for themselves. Where is this burden and the defensiveness stemming from? Why is there a need for that? Seven of Pentacles to the Seven of Cups. This is everything to do with who they invested in. The Seven of Pentacles is, I've spent a long time here. You see how this person is calculating? This person could be calculating who they continue to give a damn about. It's like, I'll push this skull head here. This one goes to the side. That one here. That one here. This person is calculating something. 7 of Cups as well is making choices. Okay. So this person's probably like looking at their finances, looking at the people around them. Dang, this person is severing ties. Somebody here could be shocked to see it. This person refuses to give up on themselves. And I like that. Yes, it's upsetting, but someone here is like, no, I can't give up on myself right now. I can't do that. There's no room for that. They don't want to. Empress. This is a self-love act. This is someone growing into the sense of empathy for themselves as well. I feel like this is someone who has given so much of him or herself to others. Something about this feels like they were raised to be like this, so it's like a cultural thing. I don't know why it just hit me like that, but I really feel someone here was probably taught to always care for everyone in the family. There are certain cultures where there are even women who give endlessly to their siblings, their parents, you know, or whoever made it, quote unquote, made it in life. They're responsible for everyone else in their family. And I feel that here in some way, shape, or form. Even women face that, not just men, okay? There are some Asian cultures that roll like that as well. All right, I had a friend. But this is someone who they're transforming. Like when I'm telling you, they blossomed throughout. This is someone who always had to rely on themselves. 5 of Swords. Now the 5 of Swords is very manipulative at times. It's someone who's maybe always plucked apart, always put underneath a microscope. There could have been a lot of manipulation around. There could have been a lot of jealousy around. And I feel like someone here is hacking all of that down. This is a survivor, y'all. This is the 9 of Wands. This person, I say this person refuses to give up on themselves. This is a very passionate spirit. It's like you can, like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but they don't ever want to give up on themselves. They never have, which is so admirable because I feel like this person has been through a lot. This person over time has grown into an Empress. We have the Fool in the reverse. There's someone of authority that is calling this person foolish. Like I get an energy of a person in the, wow, this is crazy. I've never gotten a reading like this. It's like someone here, maybe their belief system with the Hierophant looked down on this path, on this choice. This is a struggling Fool card now. Before it was in the upright. But I feel like it was this person's belief system or the way they were raised, something that was embedded in them, discouraged them from taking a different route, okay? It's like before they were led to believe with whatever strict upbringing they had, that what they're doing right now or what they're opting for is foolish. That's why this person's like, I gotta sever these ties because they're holding me back. I don't care if this is a parent. I don't care if this is like a religion. I don't care if this, there's something here about this person wanting to go heal or continue to heal, venture off on their own in an act of self-love for once, and someone here calling it foolish, okay? It's like you're being a fool. This could be family. The 10 of Cups. All right. Knight of Cups. Strength. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups. The Hermit. To the Death card. There could be love that's transforming this person. With a Knight of Cups, that's like a pursuer in love. I feel like this person could either want to pursue something through the energy of love. I feel like this is someone who's been alone for a while. Now the Hermit, to me, this smells like someone who's been lonely. or alone. The Tower to the Death card. I feel like this person has transformed. Remember how I mentioned the girl in this story was pregnant? I just feel like that's the energy of a rebirth. Empresses usually are as well. For some of you, this person is pregnant and they're entering a phase of motherhood. But for others of you, this could also be a man just moving forward through the energy of love. It's a completely different chapter in their life. And I feel like anybody who they're looking back at would call this person a fool for doing this. There's something about someone pursuing this or venturing off on their own being foolish. But I feel like prior to this moment, they've been isolating themselves. They feel different. This person in this card to me is also a hermit. Just because she's present at the table doesn't mean she isn't isolating herself in a different way. It's like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm really not here. It's like as soon as this person goes home, they feel misunderstood. They feel locked off from everyone else. They're cocooning, okay? Because this person feels like they're somewhere where they don't belong, all right? Because they don't see the way these people or this set of people look at things anymore, okay? They've changed. They've changed. Scorpio energy, we have Aquarius, Virgo, Aries, as I said. Libra, Taurus. Severing ties with the past. They've thought long and hard about it. Choices, the Lovers. This could be in the name of love, all right? With the Lovers, this is a choice in love, maybe a new choice in love. Gemini energy. Whatever it is, I feel like they have the key. Now, the key could be a keen sense of awareness. The key could be severing ties with the past. That is probably the key to making a different choice. Like, you can't cling to the past and choose a new direction. You can't do both, right? That's another thing. I feel was she hung up on the past, she wouldn't have made it out. That's the thing in the woods. It's like her past was like haunting her in a way. And I feel like had she given into maybe the choice of her mom before, she wouldn't make it out alive. She would probably unalive herself. Had she given into her traumas of the past, maybe she would have given up on herself. Do you understand? There's an energy here of this person severing ties with the past, needing the courage to do it. It's like fighting. It's like they're wrestling either with themselves, they're wrestling with the past, they're wrestling. And this person is a fighter. Like, I keep like explaining a fighter. And we have this wrestling match going down. It's like the ghost of one's past. Doesn't this look like one of those dragons, right? It's like this person isn't wrestling with someone in front of them. I feel like they're wrestling with their demons of the past. Bingo. And with this choice now, they can choose differently. The fact that this person is dealing with their past demons, it's going to pave the way for them to choose different partners as a result. Because let's say this person has a father wound or a mother wound. They could choose partners that reflect their past. They could choose partners that reflect their trauma. And severing the ties with the past, going through it, figuring out these thoughts, grieving, purging. This person could have dealt with a lot of loss in their life. In dealing with this maze, making it out, you will no longer have to put up with that maze again, with the haze. This is someone who moved through the energy of their traumas and are no longer doing that in severing these ties, okay? That means severing anything that embodies the behavior of your trauma, anything that embodies the people reflected in how you deal with them and vice versa, who you choose to be around. This person might meet new love or have an option for a different kind of love from what they've experienced before. Now, this person could have a mother or a feminine around them that is shocked to see it. Like, let's say, for example, there's a woman in their life that is shocked to see them do this. For some of you, these could be sisters, where it's like, wow, my sister is courageous to do this. I could never, right? Because this one is in red. This one is associated with the burdens of the past, whereas this person has a different view on things. They're handling it differently. Maybe this could be their mother. Maybe this could be a partner. Maybe this could be anyone who embodies that Ten of Wands burden of the past, okay? There's just someone who's shocked to see them do this. I don't care if this is a family, a romantic partner, a colleague. There's something about the environment that is so overwhelming for this person because they've outgrown it. It's not to say this person won't outgrow it at a later date, but this one is ready. When I mean ready, knife, blade in hand, ready to sever those ties and move forward with their life because they are not happy. The key is they are not happy here. And that is enough reason for someone want to move forward, because this leads to depression. This leads to suicidal thoughts for some. This is someone who I feel in ways felt oppressed and lost. So either way someone comes home to themselves, let them make these choices so that they can find themselves in their own way. And I'm talking about an adult here. So if there are people around this adult treating this person much like a child, let them go, because if you don't, they'll resent you and sever these ties and never want to see you again. Do you understand? This is not a teenager. This is an adult who is severing ties with people. For some of you, love could be a motivator, but it's not the only thing. I feel like this is someone choosing themselves. It's an act of self-love. And I don't feel this to be an irresponsible person. The Queen of Swords never is. The Queen of Swords is very sensible. All right, this could be a man or a woman, but when somebody embodies the Queen of Swords energy to make decisions, it's like a woman's intuition. And men can have an intuition of that of a woman. It's not necessarily like it's gender-based. But you know how they say she knows, or a mom always knows, or a woman always knows. It's like a woman's intuition. This could be a man with a very clear intuition, or his gut is on point, okay? And it's like whatever decision they're making, it's with a sense of empathy for the self as well. But also logic and discernment. The community, yeah, they're severing ties with a group of people. The community, there's something about something here being very like traditional, okay? Unexpected income in the reverse. You know what I mentioned in somebody making it and they have to be responsible for everyone else? This is someone who looks like they're in a position to give those less fortunate to them. In the reverse, I feel like this person had financial ties with other people that they could be cutting off as well. It's like an unexpected outcome to a situation where this person was always giving handouts, always giving a lot of themselves, okay, to a community. Wow, imprisonment sideways and poverty sideways. This person, they're a very hard worker. But it's those that they surround themselves with that they can't enjoy the fruits of their labor with. This person was kind of oppressed here, or like stuck to this lifestyle where they're sweeping chimneys, you know, not making much because of other people mooching off of them. It's coming up sideways because I feel like this person is on the brink of making these ties, or severing these ties is what I want to say. This person felt stuck here, but they were only stuck here because of what the community passed down onto them for them to believe is all there is to life. When I tell you, if this person could just change names for a day and leave or live a different life, they would. This person isn't happy here, okay? For some of you, this person could do completely different things, but it's like, oh, I'm stuck here, I have to work this. It's like, no. You don't have to do anything. This is someone who works very, very, very hard. For some of you, for little pay. Or anytime money comes in, it's right out the door. Like, I feel this. This feels kind of heavy. For some of you, this person does have like a significant father figure in their life, or a father wound, or there's something about maybe this person always having been in their masculine energy. I'm also getting the energy of a bit of a daddy's girl, or a daddy's boy, right? Whether it be a man or a woman, there's something here about this person's father that plays a key role into why they are the way they are, okay? Or mother. high honor. This person could have also not left because of another person needing them. Look how I mentioned the nurse. What is that? And someone here is like sick, yeah, in bed. Journey in the reverse. This person couldn't leave. I feel like they had to deal with whatever is around them, and it prevented them from ever getting a break. Like, let's say this person is just getting a break, right? Maybe they're like, I'm gonna be gone for like 2 months. Y'all are gonna have to miss me and figure it out because I need a break. Like, I feel like this person gave a lot of themselves. Maybe they're gonna give the responsibility to someone else, but maybe someone around them was in poor health, whether mental or physical, which is why they could never just leave. This is telling me the story of this person. They were always the one giving advice, always the one helping, always the one taking other people's well-being in account, but their own. This person is so strong to a point where no one knows what's ever wrong with them, but I'm feeling a person who is not okay here. Okay, it's the kind of heavy where it's like, this person faced moments where they wanted to give up on themselves. I'm going to say it right here, but they refused to at the same time. So I feel like this is someone who is healing, and from healing the past, they're also kind of letting go of the responsibilities that come with the past. For some of you, this person themselves is now in poor health, okay? I'm seeing feet. I feel like certain things that show on this person's body, whether in their face or on their actual physical body, that kind of is like, okay, that's wrong because I'm in this too long. There's something about this person giving too much of themselves for too long, where it's starting to either show or they don't do things as smoothly as they once did, because this is a well-oiled machine. This person is a well-oiled machine. I don't care if this is a man who provides for a lot of people or a woman who provides for a lot of people, who's always tending to other people. It's here for a reason, because if this resonates with you, you're likely on the edge of changing something for your own health now, because I see somebody healing. I really feel this is a retreat, or this is like just a different experience. Okay, I don't care if this is you choosing to go on vacation for 3 weeks. Whatever it is that you need, give yourself that, okay? Cleanse and detoxify. With great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we will help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us, and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. This person, what did I listen? This card is kind of creepy, because this is like they're in a stress-induced life, like they live a very stressful life, and Spirit is urging this person to take care of their health. Okay. Dang. I feel someone's anxiety while watching this reading. I don't know if you saw me like breathe heavily throughout this reading. It is hot, I'll tell you that much, but I feel someone has breath work issues, or it's like they get this, that's an anxiety like thing, okay? So if you feel anxious for whatever reason, because this resonates with you, this is your sign, okay? It is time. Someone here needs a little breaky break, okay? You need to sit down, you need to chill out. This is your sign. Focus on service. That's exactly what this person ever does. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation, all that you do. This could be an earth angel. or a starseed or someone of service. This could be, as I said, someone of service. They are always of service, okay? And it feeds their soul. That's why they didn't have a hard time giving of themselves, because they receive a lot, maybe emotionally, or it feeds their soul to be giving to others. But don't forget about your body, okay? Because to cleanse and detoxify, it is to preserve yourself as much as possible, to continue in ways doing what you're doing or shifting it so that you don't deplete yourself. Everything needs a balance, okay? And I feel I'm talking to someone who gives too much of themselves right now. And you feel urged to take a vacation, or to change the way you are giving, or to change the amount that you give. So I would take stock of that the same way this person is taking stock of things in this card, so that you can balance things out. I just saw 45. That could be a very important angel number. But I would do this in time, okay? Yeah. God is asking this of you. We have the higher power. Yeah. Wow, I can't make it up. What is this little elephant doing? Nourishing itself in milk and honey. It's time for you to replenish yourself and give to yourself, okay? I want somebody here who is incredibly selfless to be selfish for once. Someone who is incredibly selfless to be selfish for once, okay? That's what's being asked of you right now. This is not a typical message, but I am getting it, okay? You know this. You are very intuitive yourself. You know this is your time to give to yourself. I'm going to get out of this because I feel someone's like, this is someone who has a tough time maybe breathing. Yes, anxiety. Someone here could be having a lot of anxiety. It's like every time I need to take a deeper breath. So I'm going to get out of this energy, but this is for you. I know there are like a couple of you who are like in this, like they know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you resonate with exactly what I meant, doesn't matter what career or profession you have, or what obligations you have to certain family members. Like I feel this is like, this could be, I feel strongly someone who is of service in some way. You can be of service within your career, without like outside of your career, but in a way that depletes you. You're uncomfortable. You feel your spirit is trying to tell you something. Okay, your mind, your body, and soul need care. So go get it, okay? That's what I have for you guys. If this reading resonated, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye.